Czy masz odwagę powiedzieć żonom, dziś stałem tam, gdzie stało domo?
Cześć, witajcie. Dzisiaj mówimy sobie arkusz maturalny z mojego najbardziej ukochanego przedmiotu, czyli z języka angielskiego na poziomie podstawowym. Wydanie 2024. No i zobaczymy, jakie tu mamy zadania. Muszę pominąć zadania na listening, ponieważ nie mogę puścić plików ze względu na prawa autorskie, a nie mam ochoty tłumaczyć się YouTube'owi, jak działa prawo cytatu i w związku z czym zdania z listeningu muszę pominąć. No i przejdziemy sobie do reszty. Przeczytaj tekst. Dobierz właściwy nagłówek od A do F do każdej części tekstu 4.1.4.4. Wpisz odpowiednią literę w kartce. Dwa nagłówki zostały podane dodatkowo i nie pasują do żadnej części tekstu. A. Underwater Museum Exhibition damaged by divers. B. Protecting the sculptures from sea creatures. C. An idea to save a place of natural beauty. D. Rules and advice for underwater visitors. E. Sculptures showing different people. F. Various ways to view the sculptures. Underwater Museum. The National Marine Park in Cancun, Mexico is visited each year by over 750,000 divers. They come to see the world's most amazing coral reef. Unfortunately, they also cause a lot of damage. In 2009, the park's authorities decided to create an underwater sculptures museum as an alternative destination for divers, and in this way, protect the endangered coral reef and the sea creatures which depend on it. A. Photo. The nearly 5,000 life-size human figures displayed in the Cancun Underwater Museum were modeled on the members of the local community and presented in various poses. There is, for example, a little girl with a smile on her face looking up to the surface. 6 business people with their hands buried in the sand, paying no attention to the surroundings, and tall-looking man behind a desk with a dog sitting next to him. I tu nam najbardziej pasuje C. An idea to save the place of natural beauty. For free, the crystal clear waters of the Caribbean Sea make it easy to admire the surfers. Visitors who are water sports enthusiasts usually choose snorkeling or scuba diving to explore this museum wonderland. For tourists who want to avoid getting wet on their trip to the museum, there are guided tours in a boat with a bottom made of glass. You can also book a day trip that combines the glass bottom boat tour with a guided snorkeling tour with all necessary equipment included. F. Various ways to view the strippers. 4. Most boats offering scuba diving tours of the museum leave in the early morning, so we need to plan your transport to the port carefully. Any resort hotel should be able to arrange this for you. A diving license is not necessary, however, having one is certainly a plus. Visitors without a diving license have to take a short training course on the proper use of diving equipment and can only dive if accompanied by an instructor. While diving, you should avoid touching the surfers or disturbing the marine life in any way. Also, wearing eco-friendly sunscreen is a must. Fajne. W takim podwodnym muzeum, bardzo fajny pomysł. Zadanie 5. Przeczytaj 4 teksty AD, wykonaj zadania 5757 z drugiej z polecenia. A clever solution. Magaluf is a company in Holland which produces great city bikes. A few years ago, they were not making as much money as they had expected because a lot of their bikes got damaged while being transported to their clients. So they decided to do something about it. The obvious solution was to use stronger boats. And Moon came with a cheaper idea. They realized that couriers are more careful when they deliver TVs. So Moon started to send their bikes in a box which are the same size and shape as those used for very large TVs. Since the introduction of the new passenger class here, they no longer get so many complaints about damaged bikes. Not that special. Transformer bike. Have you heard about fun bike stores? One of them is located on Magnolia Lane. You can take your standard bike there and it will be turned into an electric one for just a small part of the cost of new electric bike. Mr. Robin Hawks, a representative of Fun Bikes, says people are beginning to learn that the great thing about electric bikes is that you can choose to pedal yourself or use the motor when the tires or the road is step. Either way, you will become more active yourself, you will use your car less, and do something good for the planet. Let's see. A great idea for cyclists. It's important to be safe when riding a bike. This weekend course is for cyclists who want to feel confident riding on the streets when even in a bad weather condition. We'll teach you how to be prepared for anything that might happen. What weapon do you need? How you should ride when it's dark outside? These questions and more are answered during this practical course. You will also be trained on how to clean a bike chain and change tires. You will save a lot of money as a cyclist if you service your bike yourself. No budget is needed for this course. You can practice on our bikes. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. D. Answer the question to decide what bike to get. Monica. How do you like riding to your destination comfortably and safety? The roof. What to teach you looking bike? Do you want an electric? Thank you, Monica, for answering the question. You should get a city bike. City bikes are very popular. They are slower than other bikes, but very comfortable and easy to get on off. These bikes are often fitted with baskets or bags so you can carry things with you. Hmm. In this, today's cyclists are asked about the preference. In the today's for the people who want to improve the cycling skills. Interesting. Przeczytaj wiadomość, którą Monika wysłała do kolegi. Uzbroj ludzi. Zgodnie z treścią. Hi Adam, I know you are a keen cyclist too, so I want to tell you that I'm going to get a new bike soon and plan to start cycling a lot. I've never liked my old bike, so I rarely use it. But my mom loves it, so I give it to her. But before that, I'm going to take it to a special shop where they will change it into electric bike. Then it will be much easier for my mom to ride. When I was wondering about what type of bike I should buy for myself, I filled in an online questionnaire, and the feedback was that I should get a city bike. These bikes aren't as fast uh, as other type of bikes, but they are very comfortable and well equipped. I've just read about a Dutch company which produces city bikes, and I've ordered one. I'm quite sure the bike won't arrive damaged because they pack the bikes in a cardboard so they look like as if it comes with a TV set so that the tourist will be more careful. When I get it back, I will go cycling every day. I recently spent 2 days learning how to take care of bike and ride it. Now I'm not afraid to cycle at night or even on a rain. I hope that after riding the bike for a few months, I will be fitter and I will be able to go on a long cycling trip. Perhaps we could go together. See you soon, Monica. Przeczytaj tekst z pytanych odpowiedzi, wybierz właściwą zgodną z treścią tekstu w zakresie dąż liter. I went to one of my favorite local restaurants recently and sat down at the table near the door. The place was practically empty, so most of the tables were free. After a couple of minutes, a member of the staff came to me and said, "I see you've seated yourself. Didn't you see the Didn't you see the please wait to be seated sign? She asked angrily. I I would been to the restaurant many times, of course. I've seen the sign before. Dash, I didn't notice that, I said. Well, you may have to wait some time for the waiter to come to you. There was no other customer within 50 feet, but it wasn't the point. The point was that I had ignored the notice. Sometimes the American laughed, laugh of order goes too far. Take another example. Some years ago, America's Airlines began requiring passengers to present photographic identification when checking in for a domestic flight. The first time I've heard of this was when I showed up to catch a plane to an airport 120 miles from my home. I need to see your picture ID, said the check-in agent. Really? I don't think I have any. I said and then began emptying my pockets and then pulling my cash from my wallet. In the end, I found an ID with my picture. It was an old driver license. I can't accept it. It's 15 years old, she said. I need something with a recent picture of you. I took a deep breath and searched my luggage. Finally, I remembered I had a copy of one of my books with a recent photo of me in the cover. I handed it to him. He looked at the book and then at the printed list of accessible IDs. Books are not on our list, he said. I'm sure it isn't, but it's still me. It couldn't be more me. I loved my voice and looked close with him. I was seriously suggesting that I ordered this book to be printed so I could get a plane to Buffalo. He looked hard at me for another minute. Then what I call it, they exchanged opinions and called more people to this task. We ended up with a crowd of three check-in agents, their manager, the manager's boss, and two baggage handlers. What is the point of all this anyway? I said to the manager. Why do you need a picture ID? It's a Federal Aviation Administration rule, he said. Why is it a rule? You see, the requirement is not simply to identify yourself, but to identify yourself in a way that precisely matches a written instruction. In the end, the manager told the agent to check me in, but warned me to not to try anything like that again. The woman working in the restaurant was annoyed because the author had chosen a set in the restaurant himself. Sixth, at the airport, the author was told that he uh, had an ID which was not acceptable. C. The author showed the check-in agent a copy of his book in order to identify himself with an up-to-date photograph. B. The manager at the airport told the author to explain why he didn't have any ID on him, which is the best title of the story. C. Problems caused by rules. Zdanie 7. Przeczytaj tekst w usunięciu 4 zdania. Wpisz każdą lukę literę, którą żonuje do zdania. Jedno zdanie dodatkowo nie pasuje. A brilliant reply. Did you know about the friendship between the two famous geniuses, the physicist Albert Einstein and the silent movie star Charlie Chaplin? It started during Einstein's US tour in the early 1930s. His water service was so admirable that he was even given the keys to the city. Later, he went to California in order to give a lecture at the California Institute of Technology. Because he was known as a huge film lover, he was invited to watch a film at the Universal Studios. Ah, nice. W ósemce mamy dialogi. Ale przejdźmy sobie może do zadań otwartych. Właśnie wróciłeś z wycieczki, którą postanowiłeś wybrać się w pojedynkę, bez towarzystwa, we wpisie na swoim blogu. Poinformuj, dokąd się wybrałeś i wyjaśnij, dlaczego zdecydowałeś się pojechać w pojedynkę. Zaasuj nieoczekiwane spotkanie, które miało się w czasie wycieczki. Opisz pamiątkę przybliżoną z wycieczki. Leci to Riką bloga, o czym muszą pamiętać, gdy wybierają się na wycieczkę w pojedynkę. Rozwij swoją wypowiedź w każdym z 4 podpunktów, tak albo osoba nieznająca polecenia w języku polskim dostała wszystkie wymagane informacje. Pamiętaj, że długość wypowiedzi będzie wynosić od 80 do 130 wyrazów. No dobrze. Hi everyone, I'm back from my trip. I went on it all by myself. I've decided to go alone, because when you go with other people, you need to discuss and agree that you want to see some places. If you want to go yourself, you make your choice. You have to make your choices, and you can go where you want. You don't have to talk with other people, agree or don't agree. You can just go where you want. I've decided to go to one of the Spanish British islands, Mallorca, and I've chosen the most British town on the island, Magaluf. I've known from my friend this is a very special place, a very party place, and a very uncommon place in Spain. So I decided to choose that one. I went there by a plane. I've chosen a British Airways airline, and I've taken a flight from London Heathrow to Palma de Mallorca Airport. Usually, when I went with my family or friends, we used Ryanair because it was much cheaper and easier to book. Now I've decided to take a normal, regular airline. Because I was going myself, I could pay a little more, so I've chosen British Airways. When I went to London Heathrow Terminal 3, I checked in and I dropped my luggage on the counter. Then the check-in agent told me that I'm allowed to a free of charge upgrade class of my travel, so I paid for an economy class ticket, but I've gotten a place in the business class. The difference between low-cost airlines like Ryanair or EasyJet are this: that on the low-cost airlines you pay for a ticket, but you need to pay for check-in luggage, for carry-on luggage, and for all other things yourself. On a regular airline, with a ticket in economy class, you receive. You have allowance to take one check-in luggage, one carry-on luggage, one personal item. You will get some meal on board, and everything will be wonderful. And you can choose between economy, premium economy, and a business class. This time it was a great surprise because my class was upgraded free of charge. So my 2.5 hour flight from UK to Spain was in a great place. I've got a champagne free of charge, and it was wonderful. After landing, I've taken a bus. I've taken a bus to Magaluf, and it took about half an hour to go to a downtown of Magaluf. There, I went to a famous hotel, one of the best hotels, located just about 300 feet to the strip, the main road, with a lot of bars, pubs, clubs, and places where you can have fun, and very close to a beach. Then I've met my friend. I've met my friend from Manchester. We are friends since 2022. So for almost 2 years, it was a great surprise to met her there, and we've decided that we'll go together to some bar, and together we'll go on a trip to discover the island. On that, we went to a Aldi shop to buy some sangria, a local wine, local light wine with a wonderful taste in that Mediterranean clear climate. So it's fresh. You need to put it in the fridge, and I decided that I will take 2 bottles of that sangria wine home as a gift, as a souvenir from our friends. But if you want to travel alone, you need to be careful, and you need to prepare for some things. If something happens, you will be you are not able to talk with anyone, you will have a problem. If you travel with friends or family, usually it's much easier because you can ask someone for help. If you travel alone, you need to be prepared. So you should have for ID, passport, and another ID, for example, driver license. You should have at least 2 debit cards, which one you will leave in the hotel safe box. One you take with you, one you have at the hotel. So if you lose your main debit card, you will be not stuck. You will have a second one to pay. Or if one card will be stuck in the ATM, you will have a second one. So it's very important to have at least 2 plastic debit cards, 2 virtual cards, 1 credit card, of course plastic credit card, and to have a support. You need to be prepared that if something will change, you need to have enough money to cover other expenses. But usually everything will be great. So there's no reason to be afraid to travel alone. Usually when you travel to a place which is popular by British young tourists, there's nothing to worry about and everything will be wonderful. No, takie coś bym napisał właśnie na to wypracowanie, właśnie w to 12 zadaniu. A w następnym filmie powiemy sobie o poziomie rozszerzonym.
Ty co kobiety chciałbyś zniewolić, pozbawić chciałbyś niewolnej woli. Rządzie biskupie, do was to mówię, wstydzi się was dziś kraj. Nie płaczcie siostry, ducha nie traćcie, uwierzcie w naszą wygraną w walce. Uwierzcie w to, że już niedługo piękniejszy będzie kraj.